The rain poured relentlessly that night, drenching the empty streets and echoing against the walls of my childhood home. I stood at the threshold, staring at the cracked door, and memories came rushing back like a tidal wave I could not escape. Years ago, I had made a promise that had seemed so simple at the time, a vow whispered under the fragile moonlight in a garden where laughter still lingered. I had sworn to protect her, to never let the world dim the light in her eyes. That promise, fragile yet unyielding, became the compass of my life. If you believe in kindness, in second chances, and in the power of keeping a promise, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support helps stories like these reach hearts that need them most. I remember that summer vividly. The warmth of the sun on my face was nothing compared to the warmth of her smile. We were inseparable then, two children lost in the magic of youth, sharing secrets beneath the old oak tree that stood like a silent guardian over our lives. She had a laugh that could shatter the heaviest of clouds, and I had a stubborn promise, a vow to always be there, no matter what storms life sent our way. Life, however, has a cruel way of testing the bonds we cherish. The day her parents announced they were moving across the country, the world felt like it had tilted off its axis. I remember holding her hand as if letting go would unravel the very fabric of my being. I whispered the promise again, more to myself than to her. I would find a way back to her, no matter the years, no matter the distance. High school came and went in a blur of fleeting friendships and fading dreams, but that promise remained etched in my soul. I pursued college, traveled, worked tirelessly, but every phone call, every letter, every fleeting message carried the weight of unspoken words. There were nights I would lie awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if she had forgotten me, if the promise I clung to had faded like the footprints we once left on the sandy shore of our youth. The years tested me in ways I could never have anticipated. I faced heartbreaks, betrayals, and the crushing reality that life doesn't always bend to our desires. Yet, in the quietest moments, I would find her laughter in my memory, guiding me, reminding me that some promises are more than words. They are lifelines. There were moments I almost gave up, almost let the currents of life sweep me away from that vow, but something inside me, a stubborn flame, refused to die. Then came the turning point. A mutual friend, someone I had known from our childhood, sent me a message one ordinary afternoon. Her name appeared on my screen, simple and yet like a thunderclap in my chest. She was back in town. My heart raced, every beat a drum calling me to action. I could hardly believe it, and yet, the possibility of reconnecting with her felt like stepping into a dream I had dared to hope for, but never truly believed I could reach. I found her at the same park where our childhood laughter had first intertwined with the rustling leaves. She was sitting on the same wooden bench, older of course, yet the essence of her remained untarnished by time. Her eyes, wide and glistening with unspoken emotions, met mine. In that instant, all the years of waiting, all the quiet sacrifices, all the moments of doubt melted away. I approached her cautiously, as if one misstep could shatter the fragile miracle of this reunion. We talked for hours, the conversation flowing like it had never been interrupted by distance or time. She spoke of her struggles, her fears, the life she had built far from here. I spoke of my own journey, the lonely nights, the silent prayers, and the unwavering promise that had guided me. Somewhere between the laughter and tears, we found a connection deeper than memory, a reconnection that felt like destiny fulfilling the promise of the past. Life, however, still demanded courage. She was hesitant to trust again, scarred by years of hardship and disappointment. I realized that promises alone could not heal the wounds time had inflicted. It was my actions, my unwavering presence, my willingness to stand by her side through uncertainty, that would rebuild the bridge we had once burned with absence. Days turned into weeks, and every small gesture became a testament to the promise I had carried for so long. I remembered every detail she had loved in our youth, the way she adored sunflowers, how she hummed while cooking, the way her eyes sparkled when she was truly happy. I learned to be patient, to listen without judgment, to offer love not as a demand but as a gift freely given. Slowly, the wall she had built around her heart began to crumble, and in those quiet victories I saw the power of a promise kept. But life has a way of reminding us that even the strongest vows face storms. An unexpected illness in her family pulled her away again, threatening to undo the fragile trust we had rebuilt. I wanted to fight against it, to shield her from pain, but I learned that love sometimes means standing still, offering strength from a distance, and never letting go, even when the world tries to pry our hands apart. I would write letters, call when I could, and simply be present in every way possible, a quiet guardian honoring the promise I made years ago. And then, one golden afternoon, the moment arrived that seemed almost cinematic in its beauty. She returned, weary yet smiling, to the same park where we had reunited. I had waited, not knowing if she would come, praying silently that my vow had not been in vain. When she appeared, tears filled my eyes, but this time they were not tears of longing. They were tears of triumph, of shared resilience, of a promise fulfilled. She ran into my arms, and I felt the years of struggle, the nights of doubt, and the moments of despair dissolve into the warm sunlight that surrounded us. The truth I learned through it all is simple yet profound. Promises are not merely words, they are lifelines that tether us to the people and values we hold dear. They demand patience, perseverance, and faith, but when honored, they have the power to transform lives. That promise, made years ago, which I could never forget, became the guiding star of my existence, reminding me that love, kindness, and unwavering dedication can endure even the harshest tests of time. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like, comment, and share it. Your engagement helps spread hope and reminds others that some promises are worth waiting for. And before you go, I would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment sharing a promise you've made that changed your life.